Welcome back, guys. Thanks for joining me for another beer review. Hope you're all well. Right, another one from the little Oktoberfest box we've got here, and it's a new brewery to me. It's a new style of beer to me. Just quickly before we get moving, the Oktoberfest box beers, if you know nothing about them, they come out and they were literally sold out instantly. You got 10 beers in them, all German beers. All sort of fest beers, if you like, and the box was $24.99 for 10 bottles, so they're coming in at £2.49 a bottle. The box was real tidy. It came in a nice big presentation box. There was a booklet so you could do all the tasting stuff and what have you, and tick things and what have you, and there was also an app, so it was quite an interesting little box. I haven't done all that. All I've done is review some of the beers, and I've still got quite a few to do. And it's from a brewery I've never heard of, and like I said, the style of the beer I've had to look up because I have no idea about it really. So the beer we are looking at is from a Wildbrau, and it's a Kirtabier. Now apparently a Kirtabier, actually before we get going, it's in a 500ml bottle for starters, and it's coming in at 5.7%. Now it was in the Oktoberfest box thing. It's a fest beer. Now, a Kirtabier is a beer that is a cross between a March beer and a dark export beer. I've also seen that it's saying it's a Marzen and a cross between a dark beer. I think the March beer thing is they must have a festival or something in March, so it's a cross between whatever would be brewed then and maybe Oktoberfest. There's probably 101 things I could have ticked on to have a look at to see what's what, but yeah, there we go. Nice label, Wildbrau Kirtabier. Like I say, 500ml bottle, 5.7%, so it's a big old beast, and it cost me £2.49. Now, let me just show you the crown as well. There we go. There's a nice little crown there. It looks like a bear with something in its hand. Well, in its arm. So let's get it cracked open and see what we get. I've not seen any reviews of it. I know there's a couple that have been put up, but I've been away, so I haven't really bothered, in all honesty, watching anything on YouTube. I've got a lot of catching up to do. Why the hell I've put my arm over that chair, I don't know. I've just, I've put a few videos up since I've got home, and I've literally just gone through all the comments that I had, or I think all the comments, but most of them, I would say. So beer in a glass. It's a nucleated glass, this one. I got a rich sort of malty aroma off it. It's a very sort of deep amber, light mahogany colour. A lot of carbonation coming up from the nucleated bottom on the glass. It's a slightly off-white head, mix and match bubble, some tight bits, some spacious bits, about a finger of it, but looks decent. Almost looks a little bit Vienna lager like. So let's give it a swirl, dive in on the nose and see what we get. Interesting, quite rich malty, but not rich as in sort of dark fruit kind of malty sort of notes. A rich sweetness, I would say. Maltiness, a little bit of sort of graininess, I would say, on the nose. It's interesting. I don't know if it's me, that like toffee caramel. It almost feels like there's a slight little vanilla hint in there, but that could just be the toffee caramel thing. But it smells decent. It smells decent, and it smells, I think it's got that little bit of a, 5.7% aroma on it. So it looks really good. So let's dive in on Wildbrau's Kirtabier, coming in at 5.7. Cheers. I'm really dry as well. Ooh, a funny sort of taste on the back end. It's almost got a metallic finish in there. But we'll come to all that afterwards. We'll do my usual stuff. So I've had a sniff and what have you. Let's go in again. It's quite a heavy beer. It feels, I think it feels quite chewy as you drink it. Brown bread feel for me. Quite busy in the mouth to start, but that sort of fades quite quick. Smooth. Very drinkable, but I think it would catch up on you because it feels quite a weighty sort of beer. Yeah, smooth, soft, rich sweet maltiness, bready. I think it's got a brown bread kind of grainy feel to it. But the back end, and it's, you drink it and then after a few seconds of it going down, I think it leaves you with a little bit of a kind of copper stroke metallic twang in it. Goes down really well. Yeah, there's definitely a big sort of copper metallic taste in there. It's like chewing on a 2p. Not that I ever chew on a 2p, but that's it sort of has that chewing on a 2p kind of feel, if you like. Slightly sweet. There is maybe in there, which I wouldn't necessarily say you would generally just pick up, but I think the more you drink it, you sort of slightly notice it a bit. There is like a little sort of citrus note going on in there. No real bitterness. It's not overly sweet either. It's a different sort of sweetness. It feels like a natural sweetness rather than full of sugar. 5.7%. I mean, this drinks really easy. That's what I have got to say. It drinks really easy. The 5.7%, although you feel like you're getting a bit of that on the nose, I don't think you get it as you drink it. Not for me anyway. You know it's a bigger beer, but you don't really get it. And I think it's a dangerous beer because 5.7%, it's not a weak beer, it's a decent strength. It goes down very easy. It's very crushable, I would say this. And without the feeling of it, of that 5.7%, as well as going down easy and not feeling it, I think this is one of them dangerous beers that you could sit there. I mean, if you don't like it, you're not going to like it. Like I say, on the back end, I do get maybe a little bit of a metallic copper kind of thing going on. Could just be me. Could just be my taste buds. I don't know, but you know, if you was to pick that up and not like it, you're not going to session it or chuck it down your neck. But it's not massively offensive, that. And I think if you like the beer, if you like the taste of it and that, this is seriously dangerous because it does go down very easy. There's no inkling of that 5.7%, to be honest. And it makes it really dangerous and drinkable. But yeah, it's quite decent. Is it? I've not reviewed all of them. I've still got about 4 or 5 to do, to be honest, out of the box. Maybe even 6. Maybe about 5. I think I've done a couple already, which I'm going to re-review, if you like, with somebody else. But yeah, this is about 5 of them. It's an interesting one. It's considering I've sat here and I've said, oh, it's a fantastic, you know, you could chuck it down your neck and that. It's probably one of the worst ones out of the box, I would say, for me, just with that sort of back end sort of flavour. But it's still a really good beer, even though you sort of get that metallic kind of copper thing for me on the back end. It's still a really good beer and a very dangerous one, like I say. So yeah, would I recommend drinking it? I would still recommend drinking it. And the funny thing is, it's been 10 minutes, not even that since I've opened it, or 10 minutes. Yeah, it looks a bit dead. It still tastes good. But it's interesting. Very interesting. Different but nice. Really nice. So yeah, Wildbrau, first beer from them. And their Kirtabier, which is also a first for me. That's a decent drop. A decent drop. And I would recommend it. So if you see it, if you get a chance to get it, you like your strong beers, you like your kind of fest beers, give it a go. If you've had it before, let me know what you think. Feel free to comment. Thank you all for watching. Feel free to like and share. Subscribe to the channel. I'm on TikTok. I'm on Twitter. I'm on Facebook. I'm on Instagram. I'm on here. All the beer, no idea. If you type that in somewhere on any of them sort of channels, you're bound to find me somewhere. So, enjoy the rest of your day. Thank you for watching. I'll see you again soon on another one. Cheers.